Live from Wichita, Kansas, it's Unsupervised with your host, Trenton Reese. Alright, let's hop into it today. Hipsters fucking suck. Honestly, they are straight up a shit stain on society. Welcome, everybody, to the very first episode of Unsupervised. I am your host, Trenton Reese, and as you heard in the opening, we are going to be talking about how these people are actively ruining American culture. Now, you're probably wondering what inspired me to make my premiere episode about this. And honestly, it's due to the simple fact that I was smoking a cigarette on my balcony the other day, drinking my coffee, doing the beginning of the day ritual, and just trying to get my day started. And all of a sudden, I see this guy in my apartment complex just walking around through the courtyard. He's without an ounce of shame, mind you, wearing these fucking short ass shorts that barely cover his fucking thighs. I swear, dude, it looked like he had snagged them out of the children's section at Walmart. And don't even get me started on his beach bum tank top and the standard man bun that you just want to always walk up behind them and just take a pair of scissors and cut them, Just cut that little man bun off and let it fall down and hit the ground. Just see the absolute horror on their face. And to top that off, he also had your standard dumbass hipster gauges in his ears. It's a stupid fucking look, dude. And when I looked down at him, I immediately wanted to dump my hot coffee right on top of his head. Now, on top of that, I also had the overwhelming urge to go down and punch him in the face, which I clearly didn't because I like my freedom. Don't go around acting like Antifa, guys. It's not cool. I'm all for defending yourself and all that, but just don't act like Antifa or the radical left. It's dumb. You'll end up in jail. Anyway, let's move on. There's just something about the hipster lifestyle that does not sit right with me. I've always hated it, and today we're going to break down exactly why this is and why they fail to realize that it's not just about bad fashion. It's about how these people are pricing regular, hardworking folks out of their own homes and just out of their lives in general. So stick around. Okay. Y'all don't gotta mention anything about the music and all that. I know it sucks. I'm trying to get this first episode turned out. I am currently working by myself with a Chromebook and an Xbox headset, so bear with me for the next few episodes. Anyway, moving on. No more about the setup. It's time that we really dissect what we're looking at here in terms of the hipster movement. Why does the look anger me so much? And really, it's just the sheer unearned arrogance of it. Think about the wardrobe. You got guys working normal blue-collar jobs, sweating through heavy work pants and steel-toe boots all day. And then you got guys like me who look out into the courtyard and see a grown-ass man roaming around in shorts that don't even cover his fucking thighs, sporting a haircut that looks like a tragic accident involving a rubber band. And let's talk about that aesthetic. They want the rugged blue-collar working-class look, but without any of the actual work. They buy Carhartt jackets that have never seen a speck of grease or an actual day of labor. Then they go out and buy a pair of work boots that cost hundreds of dollars just so they can walk around on pristine sidewalks while they order their 20-word coffee order. it's a costume to them. And really, they're just so terrified of doing any real work. When you're a regular guy like us, trying to support a family, you don't have time for aesthetics. You care about the utility, durability, and the respect. But the hipster lifestyle treats our poverty and our working class culture like it's a fucking fashion trend that you can buy at any boutique. It's just fake. It's a game to them. And frankly, they make it look ridiculous. Anything they do is ridiculous in that sense. But now it's time that we move on to talking about how their culture is fucking up our cost of living and just our cities and our very way of life. Alright, so now that we're moving past the clothes, the thing is, if it was just about people looking stupid, I could laugh it off, go back to my coffee, smoke my pack a day, and just get the fuck over it. But the real problem is what follows these people. You have all of these trust fund babies moving into historically working class areas. You see it in the massive cities, kids with daddy's money moving into the Bronx or the south side of Chicago, acting like they're pioneering something. But we don't even have to look at New York or Chicago. Look right here at home, south side Wichita, Kansas. Now, the south side has its rough spots. Absolutely, it's gritty, it's blue collar, it's shitty in places, but it's ours. It's where regular people live because they can't afford it. You know, it's all they can afford. But what happens when the hipsters move in? They show up and suddenly start urging developers and big corporations to come in and redevelop the neighborhood. They want artisanal donut shops, overpriced bars, and luxury lofts. And you know what that does? It makes rent prices skyrocket straight through the fucking roof. Let's look at the actual numbers real quick, because I pulled the data before I sat down. If you look at areas in Wichita that have already been completely hit by this, like Delano, the thing is, the average monthly rent for a 2-bedroom apartment in that area of Wichita, of all places, sits near anywhere from $1,500 to nearly $2,000 a month. Who the fuck are these people working for that they're making that kind of money and can still afford car insurance, their car payment? Okay, let's be honest. They're probably working somewhere downtown, so they're probably using those fucking scooters. But still, their 20-word coffee orders, those are fucking expensive. And they're drinking multiple of them a day. Plus, those scooter fees rack up and all that bullshit. Plus, their yoga, their organic foods and all that. Who the fuck can afford that bullshit? And same thing with downtown and Old Town Wichita. You're looking at $1,300 to $1,400 minimum a month. Now, compare that to South Central Wichita. You're looking at mostly working class families. Right now, you can find a 2-bedroom there for about $650 to $840 a month. Right now, my apartment costs me about $930 a month, and it's got what they claim is a den, with air quotes because you can't see my fucking fingers. It's a 2-bedroom with a so-called den that I use as a 3rd bedroom area. Even that's $930 a month, and I guarantee back in 2019, when I entered the workforce right out of high school, this same apartment probably would have cost somewhere between, I don't know, $575 to $720. You know, it's just things have changed that fucking much. But here's the kicker. When those trust fund hipsters start moving south because they think it's edgy or historic, the landlords, they get greedy. They see what people are paying in Delano. They slap a coat of gray paint on an old building, call it a loft, and double the rent. The regular guy working 40-hour shifts. 40-hour shifts, that's stupid. I'm tired, guys. I had to write some of this down because I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. But anyway, your average guy who's working 40 to 50 hours a week, we get priced out of our homes. And these hipsters, they don't fucking care. All they care about is converting everybody to the hipster lifestyle that even they can barely afford. But now it's time to get political here. We're moving on to the double standards in regards to this of the radical left. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the hypocrisy of all of this that really pisses me off. These are the exact people who claim they are for the people. They vote for the radical left. They talk about income equality. They complain about corporate greed. And some of them even align with groups like Antifa. And they act like they are fighting the system. But look at their actions. Their lifestyle is literally driving the working class into homelessness. They're the foot soldiers for the real estate developers. They go in first. They make the neighborhood trendy, and then the corporations follow you. They follow them anyway and kick out our families who've been here for generations. They preach tolerance and community, but the second that us regular guys in a pickup truck speak up about how high the rent's going up or our neighborhood's changing, they look down at us and they think they're superior to us because they drink organic beer and ride a bicycle while the rest of us are doing the heavy lifting that actually keeps society running. It's a complete fucking double standard, man. And it's time people called it out for what it is. Anyway, at the end of the day, it's about respect. Respect for the people who actually build things. Respect for the neighborhoods as they are. And quite frankly, having enough respect for yourself to not walk around a Wichita courtyard looking like you stole your clothes from a toddler. If you want to live in a neighborhood, respect the people that are already there. Don't try to turn South Wichita into a carbon copy of some gentrified block in Austin or Portland, because we like our city grit. We like our affordable rent, and we like our common sense. Well, guys, that's going to do it for the very first episode of Unsupervised. I appreciate every single one of you for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know if you've noticed your rent creeping up. Have you seen the man bun invasion hitting your neighborhood yet? Well, let's talk about it. I'm Trenton Reese. Keep it real, keep your eyes open, and stay unsupervised. Catch you next time.